Hi, I'm Tony Lawrence, and I am still worried about Smart Siri in iOS 27. Gosh, WWDC is just 8 days away as I'm recording this, and I'm still worrying about this. I did a video a couple of days ago, well, 10 days ago, I guess it was, about using Smart Siri to make shortcuts and the dangers of that. But this morning, I'm thinking about more of the other dangers, the dangers of doing things that don't turn out right or don't happen at all. It's the same problem. If users get screwed up by Smart Siri, they're not going to be happy with Apple in general. And this can cost Apple, well, it can cost Apple stock price, it can cause it. It could even cause lawsuits. It's just a mess. And one of the things that made me more concerned about it is that I got annoyed at ChatGPT and I switched to Gemini. And oh boy, Gemini is okay, but it actually it annoyed me more than ChatGPT did. And it's just a matter of different things. I think both of them have different specialties and do some things better than the other. But Gemini was really annoying. It kept getting stuck in loops where no matter what I said to it, it would repeat the same answer that it had just given me, even though I wasn't asking about that at all. I wasn't questioning it, or I was off on something else and it was just repeating itself. And it also was getting images, particularly. Identifying images and what's in the images was really, really bad. ChatGPT does that pretty well, but boy, Gemini was way off. And since the new Smart Siri is going to be based on Gemini, oh boy, yeah, that's not good. I'm not happy about that. And here's the thing: somebody said to me, "Oh well, Apple has a what do they call it? Gatekeeper." Yes, gatekeeper. I don't know if that's what Apple calls it internally, but you may have seen it when Siri makes a suggestion. It's just a suggestion, and you don't have to take it. You don't have to punch it at all. You get to look at it and see what it's about to do and say, yeah, okay, do that, or don't do that. The thing is, Siri doesn't make that many suggestions, at least not for me. Maybe my email is boring and it has no reason to make a suggestion. But regardless, it's just a suggestion and you can just ignore it. You don't have to do anything about it. So it's not particularly anything that disturbs your day or gets you angry at Apple. It was just a suggestion. But if you are making a request, like delete all the files that are older than 40 days in this directory. Let's say you do that. That's a request. If Smart Siri, by way of being trained by Gemini or having Gemini underpinnings, gets that wrong, that could be really, really annoying. It could be costly. It could be, well, it could be a mess. Now, maybe deleting files isn't such an awful thing. They're in the trash on a Mac and you can go get them and undo them. But maybe not. Maybe you didn't notice what it did wrong about it. And then you find out 6 months later where you've already emptied the trash and oh boy, that's not good. So that's a lot different than a suggestion. That's something that I wanted to happen and it didn't happen correctly. And yes, the gatekeeper is going to challenge me and say, okay, so you want me to delete 42 files here matching this pattern. Yeah, that's what I want you to do. But suppose that there's a little glitch there that I didn't read. You want me to delete 42 files matching this pattern, but it's in the wrong directory. It didn't get to the right place and didn't say that. This is the kind of mistake that I've seen, well, not that particularly, of course, because I don't have Gemini set up to delete my files or ChatGPT, but if I did, it's the kind of mistake that it might make. And that would be really, really unsettling for me. Not a good thing. So these are the reasons why I'm really anxious to see what Apple is going to do about that. I think I know that if the question is, not the question, my request is difficult, the thing that I asked Siri to do is difficult, it's going to turn it over to an LLM. Now, right now, that LLM is just ChatGPT, but the rumors, and I suspect they're far more than rumors, that it is going to be offering more chatbots, more LLMs that you can choose from. And it would say, would you like one of these to answer the question instead? Because I can't. It probably won't say that exactly, but you know what I mean. Hold on a second. So when it does that, you've got a choice, and you make your choice, and if it's wrong, well, you made the choice, and you chose to use an LLM, and you've probably got a warning along with this. LLMs can make mistakes. Yes, they can. We know that. But that takes the responsibility away from Siri, so why am I worrying about it? That's fine, and I agree with that takes it away, but if it's on-device stuff and it screws up, the responsibility is going to be Apple's. And I'm sure this is why Apple has been so slow, so glacially slow to bring out the smart Siri and all that. I'm sure that has everything to do with it, but I'm still worrying. I'm sorry. Okay. Thanks a lot for watching. See you again.